he was telling me a little bit about you, whatever. So I'm in the mall. I'm in Salisbury Mall. I walked by. I said, "Is that the same?" I said, "First of all, ain't nobody else in this world named Nase. I ain't never heard that name before." And I see the little billboard, in Salisbury Mall, and then I hit him. I was like, "Yo, is this Nase?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo, that's dope."
I appreciate that.
That is dope, man.
I appreciate that.
Welcome to another episode, man. Art of Opinion Podcast. We got a couple special guests in the building, man. Some Eastern Shore legends, as I see it. You know what I mean? What I mean? I try to give flowers when flowers is due. You know what I mean? These guys is, you know what I mean?
That's nice.
The guy to my left, you know what I mean? Y'all know who he is. Y'all done seen his billboard on Route 50. You know what I mean? If you was walking in Salisbury Mall to get you some, some snacks or something, you seen him posted in Salisbury Mall on the billboard. You know what I mean?
Humble,
the Magic Man himself. Back in the day, had a couple of my ladies, popping perks. Had a couple of my ladies popping perks in the club and not answering their phone and they text and shit. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
It's not working.
Oh man.
9 times out of 10, if you see a Honda Sonata or a Toyota Corolla or something, 2023 on the street now, he might have sold it to him. You know what I mean?
Man.
So I ain't talking about nobody other than my guy Nase, Magic Man,
I appreciate
formerly
you.
Nase Felon.
Formerly, brother.
Yeah.
Long ways, man. Humble beginnings.
Yeah. What's going on, brother? What's going on? How you doing?
Man, but just blessed, bro.
Yeah.
Man, first and foremost, thanks for having me.
No doubt.
Thank you for being here, man.
Man, honor, bro. Believe it or not, honor, bro.
We also got Mr. Jump in the Air himself, you know what I mean? I seen him cooking. I seen him struggling with some sweet potatoes the other day online. Almost cut his fingers off a couple times.
God, I see where this pod is going today. Ain't nothing safe, nothing off limits. All right, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. Yeah, keep going though.
Shane Biggity Bell in the house, man. You know what I mean? Mr. No Feelings himself.
Yeah.
He still ain't got no feelings.
Yeah, now call me Mr. Pre-Production. Because next time we gonna have this shit together. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. But yeah, man, welcome to another episode. How everybody feeling? How was y'all turkey day?
Man, wonderful, man. Wonderful. Always, man, when you get time to spend time with family, man, ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah,
we spend so much time working.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, mine was cool, man. I struggling with the sweet potatoes. That was a challenge for me, but I figured it out. My first time cooking everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For my mom and my kids.
You did the whole Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, I did the whole
thing.
Yeah,
he had it smoking in that joint.
I did the whole thing.
He had it smoking in there.
Yeah, it's documented.
Yeah, he had it smoking in there.
Yeah, man, but it was a big deal for me because, being a parent outside of the home, having both my kids in the house with me, cooking for them, cooking for my mom and all that, you know what I mean? So it was a big deal, man. So I had a good time.
And being a new pop.
Yeah, see. All right, we're going to keep going.
I can say that too. I'm a pop
First of all,
twice.
it's only one pop. It's only one pop. I'm not a pop. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
That's what they're going to call you, pop.
No, we're going to figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So that's when you get older. That's when you're a pop.
Yeah.
At this age, you're just a pop.
I'm just Pop Bell, man. We do that.
Gotcha.
Or GP if you with me.
GP,
I got you. Come on, man.
And you cooked the whole Thanksgiving.
Whole thing, yo. Everything.
Man. I gotta give it up to you for that, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
I remember my first time doing it, man. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. I was sweating, trying to look at books. This is before the Google times, you know what I mean? So you still had to look at
I wish I would have saw
recipe
that.
books and shit like that, you know what I mean? I was struggling, man. It was struggle. Now I can do it like nothing.
It's no joke.
Now I can cook it up like nothing.
You got to prep it up, man. Pre-production.
My first turkey was dried in the mud.
Hold on. That's gonna be the name of this show.
Pre-production, whatever, man.
I can bring it back multiple times. Yeah. But go ahead, brother. As you were saying,
whatever, man. My first turkey was dry as hell. You know what I mean? It was dry.
No, I mean Thanksgiving. Like, how was your Thanksgiving?
No, man. It was cool, man. We actually had two. My son going back, going to his station in the Marines, so he had to go back a little early, so he wasn't gonna be here for Thanksgiving.
I'm proud of him too.
Yeah, we threw something for him on Sunday. You know what I mean? I cooked. Me and my wife cooked. You know what I mean? Threw something together. A couple people came over, brought some dishes, and then I went to DC for on Thursday for Turkey Day. You know what I mean? I don't really celebrate the holidays and everything like that, but when family get together, I'm there. Right. So
did you happen to watch the game?
So my
Anyway,
thing, no, we'll talk
Amy,
about
you show the
mine.
camera all right?
We will skip that.
I was just trying to see how your Thanksgiving was, brother. That's all.
Man,
we
look,
gonna
I got
skip
this
that.
hat on because I ain't feel like putting nothing else on. But
Gotcha,
man,
gotcha.
this hat got stepped on a couple times.
It was a game on.
It's
Just
ridiculous.
thought you'd see if you called
Yeah,
it.
it was. It was.
I saw the first game. The second one was a massacre. I too am a Commanders fan.
I eat Thanksgiving, right? Fitting.
Exactly.
Picture that.
Exactly.
Picture that. The Indians getting massacred on Turkey Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Man,
know,
we didn't have the
it
picture.
almost sounded like a setup.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty,
man,
it was pretty bad. But my Thanksgiving was wonderful too, though. You know, got a chance to, I was out there in DC as well. You know, went back with family, and so we had a great time.
Yeah.
We celebrate for 2 days. We get together on Friday and we play games and eat leftovers.
Oh, okay.
Although those vultures ate all the food on Thanksgiving, so
You ain't got no
wasn't
leftovers
too
left?
big.
And y'all got
Wasn't a whole
leftovers
bunch of
left?
leftovers. So.
I got a little bit left.
Nah, I ain't got none.
You ain't got nothing?
Nah, because we did it at my mom's house. So
Oh, okay,
All
yeah.
left over at her house. So.
Or you didn't take enough plates home.
Nah, exactly.
Yeah.
I messed up there, definitely. Yeah, I definitely messed up there.
Yeah, I still got turkey in the fridge. That's it. That's about it.
That's
Some
it.
cold turkey sandwiches been jumping for the last 3 days, man. Oh man,
We ain't do
yes,
no turkey. We don't do turkey.
yeah.
Yeah, turkey whack.
I'm with you.
It all
man.
depends on how you cook it.
I'm
It's
with you.
tradition,
Like,
man.
see, I dry
Turkey
brine
whack.
mine.
The consensus is people don't like turkey like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
Yeah. I can really do without turkey. I'd rather have a ham or chicken.
Yeah.
We had some
Tuna noodle casserole, sweet corn casserole or something like that.
nah. I can't even remember what it was, man.
Let's not forget we got our
Amy.
yes. We got Amy here today. Yeah, you know what I mean? A
disrespectful.
rare
Right,
appearance.
yeah,
Yeah, a rare
disrespectful.
appearance.
Amy
How you
is
been,
back.
Amy?
Damn, Amy.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm doing
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Did you make the sweet pea casserole for Thanksgiving?
No. I did mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Is my thing.
Mm.
That's all I had to make.
No corn in the macaroni and cheese or nothing like that?
No.
Or no raisins, no walnuts, nothing like okay.
Yeah, get at him, Amy. Don't let him do that, yo. Get at him.
I just gotta make sure.
Cheesecakes. I make cheesecakes.
Yeah,
Hold up, that ain't all you made.
Huh?
That ain't all you made.
What else I make?
That drink.
Oh, apple pie sangria.
Yeah.
Nah, that sound good. That sound good. Anyway, man, Nase, what's been going on with you, man?
Man, listen, bro, you see it, bro, just working.
Yeah.
You know.
Sold about 8 cars this morning before you came.
Oh, nah. Thank God we off on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
So Sunday's like my day I can, try to like refresh and revamp myself
Yeah.
and try to do my sport pick things that I got
Okay,
on Sundays and
okay.
stuff, so it'd be hectic. But yeah, man.
Oh, speaking of sports, this guy has got to be the only Cincinnati Bengals fan that I ever met in my life.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Yo, how did that happen?
How did it happen?
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. So back when I was like 16, 17, somewhere in that range, I used to have a job where I was working, and I used to get up in the morning, and I used to watch Sports Center, ESPN, whatever it was on TV. And I used to see Chad Johnson always going crazy. Score a touchdown, he might do some crazy celebration, and then he going to say, man, this week I'm going to kiss the baby, this week I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, yo, you know what? I like this guy. And I didn't like football at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to watch a whole game. And I'm going to see him do it because he said he going to do it when he scored. He scored. He did it. And I started watching all his games after that. So that's the story.
All right,
That's cool. The only other people, I probably met like 2 other Bengals fans, and they said they were Bengals fans because of Boomer Esiason or Icky Woods.
okay. The Icky Shuffle.
Yeah.
Icky Shuffle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never liked the football before that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basketball, homie.
Yeah.
We're gonna speak on that.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. What about you, Shane? What's been going on, man?
Just being a dad, man. Trying to get my son to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
College. Navigating through this recruiting process.
He hasn't picked anything yet.
He hasn't picked anything, and because we were late in the process, like over the summer, I got him in some camps and he toured some colleges. I was told we should have did that his 10th grade year.
10th grade year.
10th grade year is when they first start looking. I mean, they look at you early if you make noise, but they really want you to get film and go to these camps and stuff. The 10th grade year, and I mean, we didn't know. So
It's basketball.
Football.
So I did it all this past summer. So he's kind of behind the curve, but it's almost like he's a sleeper. He had a great year this year.
Yeah.
New head coach put him in a different system, shotgun system. So his film looks really good.
Yeah.
He got a lot of preferred walk-on offers right now. Some D2 offers, but we're just waiting it out.
What are you thinking about?
He likes JMU. He likes James Madison a lot. Yeah, but Maryland prefer walk on. Wake Forest potentially. Ohio
that's
University.
Okay.
So it's a few. We're just waiting for one that's really gonna
Where
get
you
the
want
full
him to go?
scholarship. I'm dad, so I don't. If he go. Like I just want him to live and go. I would prefer him. I mean,
be away.
within hours reach where I can get to him if
you
I
wanna be
need
close,
to.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere preferably. I don't really want him in the city like that. Like Temple offered us to come up there and all that, but no, I ain't gonna speak on it like that. But I don't want him in no environment like that.
Yeah.
Fresh out. You know what I mean? So but that's been a whole process, and being a grandfather. I mean, I don't know. I get them when I want, give them back when I want. So
True, exactly. You ain't got to tell me. I know.
You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, man, that's all I've been doing, man. Just being a dad, man. That's it.
So, question though. So, as a boy dad, right?
Bring your mic in a little bit.
Like your son playing sports, right?
You can put it up. Yeah, there you go.
How do you just get behind him? Do you like is it something that he fell in love with, or you try to push him to make him fall in love with it? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you may not know, I'm a bit older than you, but I was a hooper. Like I ain't fool with football like that. I'm a hooper, so I love for him to hoop. But he don't even fool with hooping. He can play. He nice.
Can play. Yeah, he is nice.
But he don't give a shit about basketball at all. So whatever he gravitated to, that's just what you know what I mean? So now like I'm learning so much about recruiting, and I watch football. I watch college football. I never really watched college football. So I watch college football. I keep up with high school football just because he's into it. I'm trying to, you know what I mean, get myself into it so I can support him as much as I can, and we have conversations because that's what he's passionate about. So yeah, basically to answer the question, whatever he aligned with, I just got right with him and just support him.
That's dope. That's dope.
No, definitely.
You got kids now, Nate. So how's your kids coming up in the sports world?
Man, it's like so. My stepson, right? So he's good in basketball. Love it. What's my real son?
Yeah.
Right.
He's good in basketball, but these kids in this generation, they fall in love with video games.
Exactly.
They want to do all this stuff to distract them from doing the real thing. That it's hard to like get them to play on the off season. You just want to play when it's time.
Yeah.
And then my work schedule is like, it's 12 hours a day type of thing.
Oh my God.
And sometimes moms want to blame it on me. Like, you need to start playing with him more. I'm like, when I was his age,
we did on your own.
Yeah, we did on our own. We was playing in the rain.
And we had video games at the time, but we was outside. You know what I mean? We was outside. Basketball court. Like if you see it now, like we all drive by the basketball courts, them shits be empty,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They be empty. Like I drive by good, nice courts. They redoing all the courts. They did the ones in Easton. Every once in a while, you see somebody out there. I think they redoing nursery.
Yeah, that's pretty much done.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But like even when I go to Snow Hill and I'm in other towns, man, the kids, I don't see no kids on the court out there.
How old is he, Nate?
12.
12. I mean, I guess once he gets a little older and really starts, because my son was the same way. Like, he didn't even play back. He didn't play nothing. Football, he played early. It was like he was like 7 or 8 when he started playing football. Basketball, he didn't even play on the team. He didn't even play on the team until he was in middle school. He ain't fool with it. So I mean, once they really pick what they really want to do, he'll start doing that, going on his own and all that. So. Yeah, tell wife relax. It ain't on me. Once I see he wants it, then I'll step in and we really get to it. You know what I'm saying?
And he may decide that he doesn't even want to play sports, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like my son, he started playing football. He didn't get into organized sports until high school, and then he discovered lacrosse, and he stuck with lacrosse. Which is weird, coming from where we come from. We don't play lacrosse. Look, I'm a boxer. I tried to get him into boxing, but he didn't want to go that route. So I didn't want to push it on him. So I said, all right, cool. Pull back and see what he wants to do.
Lacrosse is not an easy sport, man.
It's not. A rough sport. I tried to learn it since he was playing it. I tried to learn. And, he's at Howard now. And Howard has a lacrosse team too.
I didn't know.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I know.
That's dope though.
I didn't know that any HBCU had a lacrosse team.
That's dope though.
But
Yeah, I
it
heard
is. It is. But he's talking about playing lacrosse for them.
Oh, that's dope.
So, but yeah, man. So I'm trying to learn that sport too now because, I ain't never had a desire to, learn anything about lacrosse. But,
Yeah, man. So all you guys used to be rappers, you know what I mean? Some of y'all still rap, you know what I mean?
you
Every
said
now and
used
then.
to. Let
Used
me
to,
tell you
like-
something. Assassins don't forget how to shoot.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Nah, straight up.
Give me y'all ideas. Give me y'all ideas on the current state of hip hop right now. Like, you know what I mean? What y'all listening to? You know what I mean? What's y'all go to music? You know, how y'all feel about hip hop
or
itself?
rap music?
Same. It's all the same. It's all in the. It's
It
all
ain't
in
the same.
See, you can't ask us that question, brother. You not qualified.
Rap. Because I don't know what you listening to. I don't know if you listen to Tyler the Creator or it's more melodic.
I like
rap.
Tyler, though.
You know,
I
if
like
y'all like
Tyler.
the melodic rap. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Or anything
I-
like it when you ride. You know,
I go any direction with it, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm real open when it comes to music. Like, even with the state of hip hop right now, I used to be like, man, they killing it, da da da. Now I understand.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, back in the day when we was younger, the stuff our parents was listening to, we was like, man, what is this?
True.
So I understand, like,
Well, when you was younger, what our parents was listening to was like Snoop and stuff like that. When you was younger, because you a little under us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How old are you?
36.
Oh,
My
okay.
parents weren't listening to no Snoop, bro.
Yeah, my parents weren't
Well,
listening.
no, I'm talking about when I was coming up.
about us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was listening to Snoop and
Yeah.
NWA and all of that.
My
kind of stuff.
parents
My
weren't.
dad
We talking
was
about the early '80s. You know what I mean?
My mom
we talking
listened
about
to Barry White.
the mid '80s and late '90s. My dad was
Snoop
listening
wasn't
to.
out in the early 80s.
Snoop was out in 90, 91, like 91, 92.
It's not the 80s.
Not
Well,
the
you know what I
80s,
mean,
bro.
man.
You know what? I'm about sick of this. Okay? I'm sick of it.
Something else that should have been taken care
Yeah,
of in
pre-production.
Whatever, man. There we go.
So speaking of your era, right, let me ask you a question. Like,
He's called you old, but go ahead.
so I feel like, that like around that time, Biggie was like this big superstar, right? Since I wasn't like young in that era, I'm trying to figure out like where Mace came in there, like how he was like. They make it seem like Mace was like Drake before Drake type of thing, or
Kind of, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
he was.
Yeah, he was.
so.
And what way? Well,
In
go-
more
go
like
finish.
in more like music and more like the appealing more to the
The
female.
appeal, yeah,
all right, exactly.
Appealing to
Yeah.
more the female side and the flashy stuff.
Yeah,
and
but not with
talking
the
about
sound-
the
not with
money,
the
not as
sound,
far as
though.
with the
He ain't
sound.
sound.
Oh, no, not the sound.
No,
Not
no,
at
Mace
all.
can spit. He was a spitter.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mace was a spitter.
No,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Mace
he was a
can
spitter.
rap.
When him and Cam first came out with their, because him and Cam was running together, even from back in their basketball days and everything like that. When they were all in a group together, what was the name of the group?
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. Yeah.
With,
Mace
Bloodshed.
was spitting. Yeah. So he had his whole crew. His twin sister and all of them was rapping and everything like that too. So but.
Yeah,
Diddy changed the the outlook of
He
it.
did the same thing he tried to do with the locks.
Okay, shiny suits.
Yeah.
Y'all
That was
talk-
an era though.
Y'all talking about
that was an
Diddy?
era because I ain't gonna lie.
That's a whole nother conversation.
All right.
We gonna get there.
Yeah, we gonna get there. Yeah, there's a lot of nastiness going on around right now. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So back in y'all rapping days, you know what I mean? We had, we do have a guy that had an appearance on 106 in Park. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah, I thought you did well on there. You know what I mean? I thought
so?
I thought it was even. Yeah, I didn't think. How people gonna play the favoritism role and say, "Oh, Loaded Lux washed them" and everything like that. I didn't
Yeah.
see it that way, and I watched it several times. I thought you did all right.
I
on there.
appreciate
Yeah,
that,
I
bro.
thought you did all right on it. I tried to find it because I wanted to play it, but I couldn't find it. You know what I mean?
It's
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure you got it in tuck somewhere.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, yeah, I
It's
wanna
still,
see
it's
that.
still on YouTube.
It's still on.
it
Yeah, I
is.
looked
Yeah, it
for
is.
it, but I couldn't find it. You know?
Yeah, I
what
wanna see
mean?
that, yeah.
I thought he did all right. How walk me through that? How was that whole process, man?
Man, so I went down there, tried out. I ain't thinking that much about it.
This
Probably-
one, BET was still in DC.
Nah, the trials was in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Went down, tried out. Didn't think not much about it after that because a couple months go by. You like, all right, they ain't gonna pick me.
Yeah.
So Loaded Lux was actually my favorite battle rapper at the time. So like I'm watching him on BET, like, oh man, Loaded Lux on BET, oh my da da da. So I'm watching him at like week 2, 3, something like that. Then I get the phone call.
Oh wow.
They like, hey man, you gotta come on Battle Lux. I'm like, y'all playing with me right now. Y'all playing with me. So he like, nah, for real, man. Woo woo. So that's when I understood it was real. And it was like, be up here tomorrow. And I'm like,
Oh man,
what?
right in there.
Dang.
Yeah. So the thing about it at the time, I did have good people around. You know, my boy Chambers Maryland, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
He actually was like, bro, write something. Like, write. I'm like, no, I ain't writing. No, I'm going to spit some of these old verses I got. You know what I mean? And that's one of the regrets I do have. I wish I listened to him.
Yeah.
The first verse hit, but the second one, when they played that old West Coast beat,
The beat,
it kind of threw me off. With
So you didn't get to
written
pick
verse.
the beats or anything? They didn't let you know
they don't let you know.
beforehand?
No, they don't
They
let
didn't let
you
you know
know.
beforehand what beats you was
I'm
going to
pretty
spit on or
sure he
anything
knew.
like that?
You could tell he knew.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
you could tell
He was ready. He
Yeah.
was ready. But you know, that's what they do on a regular basis. He's been doing that shit for a long time, since back in the Lions
Oh, yeah.
days and stuff like that, you know, so.
And it's crazy because he hit me up after wanting me to get on the lines then.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but at that time I didn't like battle. I didn't want to battle. You know how it is when you're doing music. You like, man, nah, I'm doing music. I don't want to be looked at as a battle rapper. So that kind of went like that. But yeah. And I had a lot of opportunities after 106 and Par. I was stuck in this space, you know?
Yeah.
Stuck in this space of enjoying the fruits of the labors it came with. Like I'm sitting back. Women. I'm having women that I inboxed 2 years ago come back and say, hey, I'm sorry for just now responding. But, you know. So
That's wild.
I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man. Just to have that opportunity and just to see you on there, see somebody from where we were, you know what I mean? Just see somebody facing, you know, from we were there. I thought it was dope, man. I thought
What
it was
piece
the
would
dopest
you
shit
have
in the
did
world.
different? Like, was it, I don't know, any opportunity from there that you wish you would have took that presented itself, or?
Yeah, definitely. I wish I just listened to Chambers and sat down for that day, that whole night before, and just sit
Kinda
on the road,
prepared more.
prepared, wrote, locked in on little cadences on his name and stuff like that to make it personal.
I got you, yeah.
But
Like you did with Kuda and Justin when I seen that battle.
Oh my God.
You close it. I can't see Nase.
Oh, okay. Like what you did with Kuda and Justin on the streets that I seen.
Nah, man.
I watched that back the other day. Yeah.
Man, Bangs and Just shout out to them. Man.
Shout out to them guys, man.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Man. Like, you know,
You had that battle rap mentality, like you had it, like you could.
Yeah.
It is something that you could have did, you know what I mean? That I felt like you could have went far with if you chose to do that. You know what I mean? So
and I agree.
yeah.
Like, rap is like, you know, something that you really, especially battle rap, you gotta really sit and like to me, like, go hard.
Yeah.
He's
We had
like-
him up here. Did you see? We had him up here at the old show. Not
Yeah.
this show. We had him
Nice,
up here.
yeah.
We had a nice conversation with him. I wish I could put it back out, but
Yeah.
due to creative differences.
Yeah.
yeah. We had him up here. It's a lot of mess with, you know what I mean, but we'll talk about it.
Pre-production.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Pre-production.
Yeah.
Pre-production. Got you, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, we had him up here, man. We had a dope conversation, man. Yeah.
But last touch on that the topic real fast though. So actually when I lost, right, I went through like a period of like, man, I let the town down, let the city down. I was actually so hurt. I didn't want it to air.
Really?
I didn't want it to air.
Oh, that's
so when
crazy.
I got home, my whole family had it on TV. It was like they had a whole bunch of people over watching it. I went outside while they was watching it.
Oh, man.
'Cause I was so like embarrassed. But
Were you more embarrassed? You
but-
weren't more embarrassed by the performance. You was more embarrassed that you didn't prepare better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So after the episode went off, I'm like, man. I'm outside of my house with my head down. Then I see cars riding by, beeping the horn. These, two white chicks jump out the car. They like, can you sign my chest?
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Like,
He's proud of
so
you,
then I
bro.
went to the
Yeah,
mall.
man.
Yeah, so that's when I started realizing it wasn't bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But at the time,
Yeah, those titty autographs will do it for you.
yeah, man. Yeah, that was real. That was real.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
That's dope.
well, from our stand, we was proud of you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
ain't nobody never did that. You know what I mean?
I
We was
appreciate that,
definitely
bro.
proud of you, bro, for sure.
Yo, battle rapping, since I've done it. When I was in DC, I was doing it on the radio. And I started off battling, right? And it is one of the hardest things that you can do. I'm telling you, my personal opinion is, I think that battle rap is the most creative form of art because of all of the different angles that you have to come at in order to, and just how intelligent, the level of intelligence that you have to actually be a successful battle rapper, right? So, just in preparing, and I'm telling you why you have no reason at all to be ashamed, or embarrassed. The preparation that goes into that, the pressure that's on you, just the fact that you're able to show up and go toe to toe with somebody, man, that right there is just that alone is to be commended.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, 'cause I know that pressure. I know what it's like being, having to be in those types of trenches. It's hard.
Man.
It's hard. People don't understand the type of preparation that goes, and I do understand. Now I'll say this: I understand why your cousin told you to write something, especially for Lux. Something like that.
I would have wrote something for him too.
But the thing is, though, the pressure is, I gotta remember that, and this is the
That's
next
it
day.
right there.
This is
I'm
the
sitting
next
there
day.
thinking,
I can't remember that the next day. I guess.
I'm glad you knew what I was doing.
Exactly.
I'm sitting there thinking like that's
one
why
day,
I never
one
tried
day,
to do it because I can't do that, bro. Like you got to remember, and then you know what I mean. Performance is a big part of it. And I don't know, what if something goes off? You got to improv right on the spot, like all that stuff. Because I watch battle rap a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that shit is hard, bro.
It is.
Listen, you know
It
what?
is.
Y'all know Keith Cornish, right?
Yeah.
Man, listen. The most craziest part about it, we get on there, right? So we hop on. We ready to get on the elevator. So Lux and them, when it's going up, it's open up. Lux and them are already on the elevator. So of course we gotta wait behind Lux. Why Keith jumps on the elevator with Lux and them?
yeah.
I said, bro, like that's the type of what I mean.
That's crazy.
It just be crazy stuff, man.
Wow.
So like, yeah.
Do y'all miss y'all miss performing and things of that nature? Both of y'all been on stage. All three of y'all been on stage performing. Do y'all miss any of it?
No, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah,
I hate it.
I'm with you. I ain't really like it either.
That's why I never. I don't know. I like being in the studio. I like creating. I like that's my favorite part of it. I like putting the music out and letting it do what it do, or let it resonate with whoever it needs to. But performing and all that, I hate it. I don't like the spotlight. I'm not big on that. I hate that shit.
So let me ask you, like for you, because I be saying like Links be like you his favorite rapper, right? And he always want to do a mixtape with you and all that type of stuff. Like, does that feel like pressure? Like, man, let me do this for the people, or let me go. Nah, you just like,
Not
man,
at
I'm
all.
done with it.
I'm like, I feel like I say now like I'm retired because I ain't got nothing else to say. I feel like the last project was a mature project for me.
Now you got to make a flute album.
I was in a mature space when I dropped McDaniel, and I feel like, you know what I mean, that's all I had to say. Now, I mean, I still got some other things that's happened and transpired in my life, so I do got some stuff to talk about, but
you
not
feel like
enough,
rapping
not enough
about
that
it.
I feel like going in and
Yeah.
doing, because that's a lot of work that goes into that shit, man. It's not just, you know what I mean, going and I'm just going to go off the top and just say a bunch of shit. I mean, salute to those who do that, but I sit down and write and try to really put my words together and really make sense. And so just to take the time to do all that, I don't really have the passion to do it right now.
So do both of y'all still write? Because it's like something hard not
I'm
to do.
actually working on the album now.
Yeah?
That's
what's up.
Yeah, for the first time in years. I've been wanting to reconnect to the things. I do a lot of things in entertainment, and I feel a void. And now that I got back to music, I realized where that void was coming from, because this is where it all started for me. So now I'm like, man, I just finished I literally 2 days ago just finished my first song on my next project that I got coming out.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Nah, I'm not. I mean, I might hear something and be like, I might throw 4 bars in my head, like, I would go crazy.
And that probably,
that's
you're
where it
probably
stops.
never going to stop doing
That's
that.
me.
I mean, I'm always
Because you
that.
are who you are,
But that's as far as now. If I get called to do a verse for somebody that I rock with and I like their stuff, I'll do that. But I don't think I'm ever putting together another project.
So it comes down to the passion. You just don't have the passion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for real. I'm not gonna play with it.
Yeah.
Pause.
You know what? It kind of
that was crazy.
That was wild.
You kind of remind me of, I was watching I think it was a Mike and Mike long years ago when Mike and Mike was still coming on, and they were talking about retired athletes. And like a lot of the athletes, at a certain age, they're like, I feel like I could still do this. I could be on the field and do this, or I could be on the court and do this. The preparation is what I don't want to go through.
That's true. That's true.
And so that I kind of feel like, that's what you're saying. It's like you sit down, you take your time, and you don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
If it could just come just like that, and you could just walk into the studio and just lay something down without pre-production.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if I get called to do a verse or something, that's easy. I can. That's light. But to put together. Then I'm thinking about the continuity of the project, how songs go into the next song. Like I really try to do it all, like for the listener. Like, you know what I mean, you don't want to have some. Yeah, I don't know. I just look at all that, the sequencing of the songs, the cover art, all that shit, man. I don't feel like.
Have y'all two ever worked together?
Nah,
we never did.
That's surprising, man.
It actually is. It actually is. We was in the studio like a couple years ago at
Easton.
That Monkey Boy.
It was I forget. It was Cash joint.
Oh, okay. I
Cash
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I forget who owned the joint, but I forget what was. Oh yeah, I was supposed to. Was I supposed to do something for? There was some big project you was doing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Or I don't know what happened with that. I don't remember what happened with that. But yeah, we never did nothing though.
Yeah,
we never did.
That's surprising though. I thought maybe y'all had maybe collaborated on something or anything like that.
Nah, and I think back then, I think everybody was like trying to do their own thing and be their own, you know what I mean, whatever, and get their own footing, and you know what I'm saying. So it was like from my perspective, it seemed like it was healthy competition. Like, oh, word, I got to step my shit up next time I go in. And I feel like that's what it looked like everybody was doing. So it really wasn't a bunch of collabing like that.
I can imagine you on a Papa Perk remix, you know what I mean?
Sure, you couldn't hear me on that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that joint had some buzz in it. That joint was buzzing. That joint was buzzing, man. That joint was buzzing. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, damn, these voices sound familiar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, these voices sound familiar.
So
you know what I mean?
I was like,
it was buzzing.
I would message Green because I love Green voice, yo. His voice is dope. And then the joint from him, I think it was after that, was the Dance For Me joint.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was fire,
I listened to that yesterday too, yeah.
Yeah, so both of those should have really went. And I mean, I don't know if we got the guidance or
nah.
I feel like those two joints. I feel like once you got one, let's put everything behind that one and push that and push that. I think we just made like so much music. We did when we on to the next one instead of really focus. Oh, we got one. This probably can go and really just put all the dollars behind that.
So being when y'all was in the game, like who was like? Did y'all have anybody like the older heads like pushing y'all or influencing y'all or just giving y'all a game of how to push your music and how to market it or anything like that?
No, you can go, bro.
I say this. A couple cats that I used to look up to were like the Rich Whites, Static, Hots. Yeah, that's from my area. That's about it. As far as like they would come. Even K-Ree and Love at one point in time, honestly. But yeah.
Okay.
And when they used to come through Bless the Booth, man, they used to be like, a great feeling. You know what I mean? So, but really showing me the way, I can't really say nobody really showed me the way. But yeah, I used to watch it.
Yeah, no, I ain't had nobody show me shit, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't had nobody show me nothing, bro. I just kind of you know what I mean? Well, I'm always dolo.
But did y'all reach out to anybody? Like,
I ain't know who to reach out to.
Yeah.
Really? Because there was a few people on the shore that I think, I might be going back a little too far. Like when Cleavon and them had a buzz.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't remember DJ Mix?
Nah.
They had a song they had jumped on. I think that was on the top 100 at one point in time. Some type of pump it up song. He was talking about it one day. This was way back in like the 90s. We was talking about it. He was like, he was doing a certain type of music. And he's like, when they got with the execs and everything like that, the execs told him they had to do like a commercial type of joint. And he was like, man, nah, at first he was like, nah, man, we're not doing no shit like that. And he was like, well, if y'all don't do it, we ain't got no use for y'all. He said, then all is, they start pumping it up. They had a song called Pump It Up. They had a little buzz around here for a little while, you know what I mean?
So come to think now, it popped in my head. So I did try one time, like I don't know, you know Big Brian.
Yeah, Big.
So he had a studio in Denton, and I used to say like, hey, like, you know what I mean, like I rap, like I was cool. I mean, rest in peace, Nevin Potter. Like he used to tell him like, hey, this kid, he, you know what I mean, he do his thing. So I would try, but I don't think, because I'm not from Denton and I don't roll with a bunch of people and
Yeah.
co-signers and all that. Like they never really took it
Okay.
serious. So that was probably the only attempt I made to try to get some guidance or like let me whatever. So I just did it all on my own, man.
Well, but to both of y'all, I don't really. I mean, not gonna say that y'all didn't need that, but y'all music really resonated around here. You know what I mean? You know,
Appreciate it, yo.
yeah. So it's still in my head. I still listen to a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Anything like that. More Shane than yours because your music was more for the younger crowd. But I was working in the clubs at the time, so I heard all of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Kudos to y'all, man.
Thank you,
just
brother.
Making a staple on the shore. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
You still making music, Nase?
Nah, I haven't made music in a minute, honestly. I mean, like you said, I still, I might go to my notepad on my phone so every now and then listen to a beat.
I was waiting to hear a car jingle or something like that.
car jingle? I had one. He did one.
How was that transition, man, into just being in, just doing something different,
The car business?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I just treated it like I treated, the streets when I was in it. Like, this right here, these cars, they front me.
Yeah.
So that's how I looked at it
Except
coming
if
in.
somebody don't make a payment, you can't bust them in the head or nothing like that.
I mean, you can.
Allegedly.
Somebody miss a payment, you can't show up at the door, you know what I mean? You can't run down on them. But yeah, I'm just messing with you.
Nah, definitely. Nah, after they buy the cars, it's up to them after that. You heard me, so.
So you don't get any, like, say you sell somebody a car and they can't afford to pay for it. Like, that doesn't come back on you? That doesn't take away from your commission or anything like that? No. So that's dope,
You already got your money.
That's dope.
You signed that paper.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Man.
So what made you make the transition from music into the car business?
Man, actually, it was by mistake. Like, I used to do the talk show, Help Us Help You. And we used to have a lot of viewers all the time, me and my boy 2K. And one of the guys...
Shout out to Mass.
Yeah, one of the guys that is the GM at Preston, he used to always watch Help Us Help You. So after like so many episodes, he just kept inboxing me like, yo, bro, man, you ever thought about selling cars? You would kill it, da-da-da. I'm like, I ain't selling cars. I ain't selling no cars. And he asked me again. I'm like, oh, you for real? Nah, bro, I appreciate it, but I'm going to pass. Third time he hit me up with an offer. And I couldn't refuse it. I was like, all right, let's do it. I tried. Get my money first. Yeah. Let's see how she work. And that's how it happened.
That's dope, man.
So actually, I got a question for both of y'all. What made you stop rapping?
That's a great question. I'm gonna say, for me personally, I think it come a time where like this new, it felt like I would the old end with the new type of thing coming in.
Yeah.
And it make you feel like the audience or the masses is starting to demand a new sound.
Yeah.
So it's like you feel like then it's also like the preparation of mixtape, video, mixtape, video, and it seemed like it just give you this. So when you drop a mixtape, you take 3 to 4 months, however long it take to drop this mixtape, and it's for like a 2 to 3 day buzz. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel it for like 2 to 3 days.
Yep.
But you prepping for it for like 6 months.
Yeah. It's always about what's next.
That's one thing that Go Hard said when he came up here. He was like, man, he just felt like the pressure, like with the way the music was changing, there was more pressure for him to do mumble rap and all that. Like the bars wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of people checking for the bars as far as when you're trying to get to a certain level of success. You know what I mean, or anything like that. And y'all got a lot of radio, a lot of club play and anything like that, but the radios ain't checking for a lot of that stuff. They checking for the melodic rap now, you know what I mean? That's where everything is edited to now. So he was just like, you know what, I'm out of it. I'm done.
I also learned that was wrong later on though.
Yeah.
Like at the time when I was in rap, you said when I was rapping, I thought that. But as I got older, I realized the mumble rap is just a small period of time. It's a small window for it, and then they just fizzle out.
It's gone. Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, I wish I knew then.
Would you have started mumble rapping?
No.
You would have started singing?
No.
Just
I wish I
pop a
could
perk
sing.
and it's working.
I wish I could sing though. Like, for real. My boy can sing. I heard him singing on something.
So we're gonna.
Oh no!
we're gonna
Don't say
move
that!
past that.
Don't say that because you're in front of the mic. I'm gonna want to hear
right past
something.
that.
I'm gonna want to hear something.
We gonna move past it. So you said the question was why I stopped, right?
Yeah. Why'd you stop rapping and decide to start singing?
That was good. I stopped. Well, I think my reasons changed. So when I first started rapping, of course, everybody wants to get on and make it and do all that. So doing music, I was trying to do club records. I gotta have a club record. I gotta have a girl record. I gotta do all this stuff. And then my reason changed, which is what I'm supposed to do it for. I just love music and my passion for it. And then I started making more retrospective music and putting a lot of my personal life into it and things like that. So I stopped just because I ain't got nothing else to say. I mean, you know, I feel like the music that I made wasn't like the sides. It was the main.
You had a lot of transparency in your music.
And I feel like my music, like it's for the everyday person. Like everybody can relate to something that I touch on in music. So I stopped just because I didn't have nothing else to say. I still feel like if I decide to do something tomorrow and really put a project together, I feel like it'll be received well. I wasn't tripping on that because I never tried to conform to mumble or something fat. Like that wasn't my reason. Once I left the reason of trying to get on and really did it because I love to do it, then that whole shit goes out the window trying to be some shit I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
And you feel that made you make better music as well?
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because it's natural to just be who you are.
Yeah, it's easy. You ain't got to put on nothing. You ain't got to go in there and it's just being you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have to try
so like
to
a
be
lot,
something
like
else.
even when it comes to that, like a lot of people say they don't know me like that, which I love. I don't want a bunch of motherfuckers knowing me like that.
Right. Yeah.
But if you listen to my music, everything is really there. If you listen to a project of mine, it's almost like you do know me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I put everything at. But to answer the question, I stopped just because I ain't had nothing else to talk about right now.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about the current state of hip hop? And let's just keep it to the shore for real. You know what I mean? Like, do you listen to anybody right now from the shore that's out there?
Rapping? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I always got love for it, so I'm always stay tapped in. I listen to a few cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to a few.
Any names you want to plug in?
I mean, if I miss somebody, don't be mad. But of course, I still listen like Grizzy, Fatal.
Yeah,
Fatal. I love Fatal. Yeah, Fatal.
Like, so you have like new, like
I'm
new.
talking about like younger cats. I'm not talking about Fatal, Grizzy, all of them. Just you know what I mean.
I feel like I'm
I love them
older
too,
and I just don't know. I don't know.
I mean, of course, I listen to my nephew, 4109. It's my nephew, so I gotta listen to him. Ain't nice too, so you know.
I'm not familiar, but you know.
4109.
Nah, you know nah.
Yeah, you got lit.
If I show you,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Nah,
Okay.
He probably more.
Oh, nah, yeah. I thought you said 9. My bad.
Wavy. Me and Wavy always be chopping it up. Wavy got like I love his ambition and his hustle for it, and him trying to do something different.
And I see the play. I see what they doing. Like I like what they doing. You know what I mean? They really are drawing attention in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's the music, then they do a little comedy and all this type of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All
It's
right.
cool.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Do they reach out to y'all for like advice or anything like that?
No, not me.
Always. Yeah, always. I be tapped in with a lot of them, honestly, man. I like Paulie.
De Niro.
Pauly
Yeah.
De Niro.
I heard of some of his stuff, yeah.
Lake Boy, but he still do music. Do Lake still do music?
He still do music. I don't know. I think he probably putting something together right now. That's why he been
So
quiet.
Lake Boy. It's a couple more, man. I can't think off the top, but yeah.
Okay.
It's a change. Things have changed, brother.
Yeah, it is.
Tell you, man, I'm stuck in my.
It is. I remember when the
R&B
shore used to be
playlist.
That's why I
flooded
am.
with music, man.
Oh,
It used to
yeah.
be flooded with music, man.
Oh,
And just
yeah.
people just, shows everywhere, stuff like that, you know what I mean? And, coming up in the clubs, I remember going to a lot of shows and doing a lot of security and stuff like that and breaking up a lot of fights and a lot of music beefs and shit like that because there was a lot of beef going on, at the time, everybody trying to fight for their spot and everything like that and trying to be the hottest out there, you know what I mean? So it was some tough times, but it was cool, man. It was dope,
Yeah.
I kind of miss it a little bit, man.
I'm glad you're safe,
Kind of miss
man.
it.
I'm glad you made it.
Oh, no, I'm good. I believe me, I ain't never had no problems, I ain't never had no problems, you know what I
Glad you
mean?
made it
Yeah,
out,
I ain't
bro.
never had no problemes, Plus, I'm a soft guy, so,
Listen to him.
I let people, oh, man, you really want to get that in the club, man? Go ahead, man. You
Yo, that was an interesting topic, though. Y'all ever have any rap beefs? Well,
With each other?
huh?
With each other?
No,
they ain't
not
never
with each other.
beefed.
No, I mean other. other crews.
Of course.
And I'm talking
He
about.
probably had.
But hold up, I'm talking about rap beefs, not nothing that's going to bring up nothing that's going to get somebody in trouble. I'm talking about rap beefs.
Yeah, plenty of them. Yeah, plenty. On the come up, definitely. Mm-hmm. You try to like go away from it once you get in a certain position. You know what I'm saying? But on the way up, it's like, oh well, let's do it.
Because it's always the fear of what it could turn into.
Yeah.
You know, you got to know who's on the other side.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we had a couple of them that turned left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I definitely don't. I don't support violence, and I don't support rap beef. Let's put that out there.
Absolutely.
I support rap beef. Rap beef.
Yeah.
Keeping it on wax.
Yeah. I want to hear people go at each other on wax. I don't want to.
Because we back to battling. That's what I see that as. It's battling. You know. So I support that, but yeah, once it starts spilling outside of the studio, then I don't support that.
Nah, I never had none of that. I had a pretty peaceful run. I think it would have been fun though. I got it. If, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I heard a couple bars that was aimed at a couple niggas.
I mean, but it wasn't no rap beat though. My bars was aimed at niggas in the street.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
okay.
It wasn't,
Okay.
They wasn't rappers. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but I think it would have been fun though. I would have had fun doing that.
Yeah.
But I never had no issues.
I once heard a guy in a battle rap told him he'll put him under sheets like the KKK, put his whole family under sheets like the KKK. You know what I mean?
Was that guy that said that? Was he in this room?
Yeah,
right now?
he in there.
In
He in
there? Okay,
there,
all right, cool.
It's a dangerous guy.
Dangerous guy. Man.
But anyway, what else going on, man? What y'all teams looking like today?
What team you referring to?
We gonna talk about y'all's teams. We don't want to talk
I don't
about
want to
ours.
talk about my team at all.
I mean, but y'all the host.
I don't
y'all
have a
the-
team right now.
Yeah, which
But
is
it's
why
only right y'all should.
I only got this hat
which
on
is
because I
why we're
like the
talking
colors,
about
you know.
your team.
Yeah, we talking about y'all
because you're the
teams.
guest.
That's good. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, my team. I mean, you know, my team's doing pretty well. You know, just sitting at the top, just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
How y'all gonna fare without Andrews?
I think as a committee, our tight end committee, is that a
That's a pause.
I mean, yeah, all right. So yeah, our committee as a committee, I think
Y'all rivalry done for the season. Y'all got both of y'all played. Y'all got one more game, right? Okay.
Nah,
we got it out the way.
Oh no,
we got it out
y'all
the way.
they swept y'all.
Yeah.
No, you can tell by the look on Nace's
I
face.
see. He
that
don't
they
want to
got
talk about
swept
it
on.
at all.
Nah,
Yeah,
listen,
Burrow went down. He burrowed right now, so yeah, he burrowed in right now, so he don't want to talk about
it
it.
hurt 10
See, I-
times.
yeah.
It hurt 10 times worse watching it up close, bro.
Yeah.
You was at the
Oh yeah,
game.
you was at the game.
You was at the
Good
game.
seats too.
Oh,
Good
man.
seats. Good seats, man. Good
I was
seats.
saying stuff, Mass wouldn't tell me.
He could have threw water on him and all that kind of shit. Good seats. Yeah.
Nah, definitely though, bro. Like, it's hurtful, man. It's the second year I went down there and see us get lost, man. So
I went to 2 games this year, and that was it for me.
How was it? Was it free or
hey, yo, he said it wasn't free. Oh my god.
free entry? Like it was just
Hey, at that time we was the first game I went to we was 1-0. So you know, yeah.
But
Okay.
you
Started off
But you
strong.
went to Washington and see it, though, right?
yeah.
So listen, so going to Baltimore as a Bengals fan is just crazy,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Like I had fans come up to me with a towel, with the Raven towel. You hot, bro? Oh, waving me. I'm like, yo, what is going? Like, yo,
Yeah,
like,
we funny. We ain't like Philly fans.
Yeah.
I mean,
Philly fans are the worst.
Yeah, they.
I hate when they come to DC, man. They the worst, and I handle them the worst too.
They disrespectful.
I be on them, man. When they come to
Listen,
DC,
if
yeah,
you
I hate
need
them.
a jail under your stadium, something's wrong.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no shit. Philly do got a jail near the
Yeah.
stadium. I
Yeah.
forgot. But
Yeah, they got a jail under the stadium.
yeah. So Commanders, back to the Commanders.
So Philly has a jail under the stadium.
Man, I was just trying to, you know what I mean, talk about everybody's team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
But we can move forward if you like.
Yeah, because we can talk about that in pre-production. So we can, we gonna
got
go
you.
past.
I've been trying to steer clear of this nasty conversation, man. Just disgusting.
No, let's do it. Let's get into it.
But you know,
we
and
just
I'm
got
not
done
talking
talking about the Commanders. We just got done.
y'all gonna have y'all day, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Y'all gonna have y'all day.
I thought we was done with
Hey,
the
I
nasty
was
conversation.
at one of the practice is where we roughed y'all up at practice. So I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all of that mess. I want to hear all that Baltimore mess.
Retreat.
I was at the practice where we roughed y'all up pretty bad at practice. I don't care. I don't care.
Against Tyler Huntley. That's cute, bro.
And I was at the preseason game too.
Oh, preseason and practice.
Yeah,
pre-production.
That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got to fight with. I ain't got nothing else to fight with.
We weren't defeated in preseason.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to fight with.
Good shit. All right, so the nasty conversation. What we talking about?
All right, so in light of all these, with that new, did you look it up? Did you find out what the name? Anyway, but there was a new law that they had put into place temporarily that allowed ladies or anybody that had suffered sexual assault or any type of harassment or anything to kind of, regardless of the statute of limitations, to bring it back up and to file civil charges against somebody in it. So now you've seen that within the last few weeks, you've seen an influctuation of charges being brought up on a lot of celebrities. You know what I mean? I don't want to name celebrities' names. Everybody already know because we're kind of like covering it. You know what I mean? So, how do y'all feel about them, the government actually being able to do this to allow people to bring up civil suits? And we're not talking about criminal charges. We're just talking about civil suits. So I'm not going to bring you up criminally, even though I feel like you committed a felony. No pun intended. You know what I mean?
You want to rap so bad.
I used to have bars. I can still spit. You know what I mean? I just don't. I used to have bars. But like, how do y'all feel about the government allowing that and these people to being able to bring up civil charges from things from decades ago?
Well, from what I see, a lot of the charges are early 90s charges. So if you think about the landscape back then, if a majority of these victims were women, it was tough for women in the industry to say someone with some sort of status did something foul to them. They would be shunned out of the industry or no work and all that. So a lot of them were scared to come forward back then.
I understand that,
So I look at it from that standpoint. And then civil and criminal, isn't it harder to prove criminal?
I think so,
much harder
Yeah.
So I think that's why they took that route. So I don't know, man. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, if it got done to you, then something should be done. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, the landscape for women back then in the industry or trying to make it in the industry, like to say something, you might as well pack it up. You know?
I think my only issue with it is that if you felt like something was done to you criminally, like if I felt somebody drugged me and took advantage of me, I don't want to. I'm not saying that I don't care about money, because if I want that, I want a monetary settlement as well, but I want to see something happen to you, you know what I mean, as far as with justice, you know what I mean. I feel like true justice is, if you rape my sister or rape my mother 20 years ago or anything like that, I don't give a damn how much money you got and how much money you can pay her. You know what I mean? I want you in jail or I want you buried, one or the other. You know what I mean? So, that's my only issue with it, you know what I mean? And not, no knock on the victims or anything like that, because I understand, you know what I mean? But I seen one today where Bill Cosby is getting sued by a lady from way back in like 1972 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like how do you, and it's my word against yours, you know what I mean? So, I just don't.
Well, it seems like a mixed bag. Some could be legit, some could be money grab. It's a mixed bag.
It's
a mixed bag of things, man.
Some money grabs.
And then, I don't know, I don't know. I look at it like, and then some people probably was scared, like I'm a man, so my thinking is different. Like someone did something, now I want action ASAP. Like I don't give a fuck about the money. Something need to happen to you. Some women are fearful. I don't know the situation. I don't know who, how powerful that person was that did whatever they did. Like, you know what I mean? So a lot of people be scared in them situations, man. So I get it. But it definitely opened the door for a mixed bag of things. Like, it's a quick money grab, or something really did happen and you've been traumatized all this time and with no type of, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I wonder about these situations? You never see any men come forward.
Terry Crews did.
Well, no, Terry Crews. I mean, a lot of people were there.
I was about to say.
A lot of people was there. He did that right in front of Terry Crews' wife and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. You know what I mean? I didn't laugh at him because I thought Terry Crews should have beat the brakes off that nigga right then and there. You know what I mean? But like you never see any men. Like you never see men come forward like 20 years ago.
She took advantage of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, 20 years ago. I mean, and even if it's against a woman, you know what I mean? Say 20 years ago, Aretha Franklin touched me a certain way. She grabbed my, you know what I mean? She grabbed my man or something like that.
And why
know
you
what I
think
mean?
that is though?
Because
What we gonna do to him?
Pride.
Yeah,
I think
pride.
pride is a lot.
What's
of
society
that.
gonna
I
do?
think pride is a lot.
Oh, you
Machismo,
could have
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know
Plus-
how they do us,
Plus,
right?
the way we looked at it, we supposed to like it.
Yeah.
We ain't supposed to be like, oh, don't touch me, you know, because then now people won't be like, what, are you gay?
I know, but there
So
are guys that came. There are some guys that came forward and said that, like even hip hop pioneers, like the Africa Bambaataa situation with Hassan Campbell and all of that kind of stuff. That it was some guys that came up, but we do know it's documented that back then that it was a lot of homosexuality or a lot of homosexual offers to people to come up in the industry back in the day. You know what I mean? But you never see them guys actually come up and say that or this. This guy offered me sex to be able to sit at this table or anything like that. You know what I mean? And I just always wonder about that.
Okay. So you're not saying women making advances. You saying
I'm saying, yeah, like from
you're
guys
saying
or women. From guys or women,
anybody.
period. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why the fellas like. I don't know why. I shouldn't. Well, you say don't say no names.
Yeah, don't say no names.
I don't know why that guy doesn't say nothing, or other guys like him that I've read and I know. Like I don't know. Maybe because the upside was so up, they ain't want to. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't know.
You think them guys just took the advance and then just
Yeah, they
I
could.
ran with it?
100% some of them did that.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, they got
the
the
opportunity.
I'm sure a lot of the women did too. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. But I think there are a lot of guys that they just, that the fear of ridicule, the fear of being seen a certain way. But then just going back to what you were saying, even the fear of power, it's not just with women and men. If you're a man trying to get into the industry and you have a more powerful man or even a more powerful woman that can stop you from getting there, then you're like, or even after you get there, you're afraid of them cutting your water off.
Yeah,
so
true.
You gotta, I don't know, man. It's a funny game, man. It's a funny game. But I think that's probably why, man. A lot of men just, and then also, like I said, we supposed to, especially if it's coming from a woman, and we're talking about heterosexual men here, you're supposed to like it.
Yeah.
If it's coming from a woman, I'm sorry.
True.
I'm not saying that's how it's supposed to be. I'm talking about the way society views it.
Yeah.
A woman, we look at even like young boys, we don't look at the same as a female teacher. Interacting with him the same as we do it if it was like a girl and a male teacher. Everything changes when it's
it definitely
when
does.
it's about us. So I
so
mean,
we're quick to say like, shit, where was them teachers at when I was
Exactly,
in school? Like,
yeah.
we're quick to say some shit like that.
yeah.
Amy, you sure you don't want to go back and get some money back from Led Zeppelin or something from a concert you went to or something like that? You know what I mean?
Nah, that's wild.
ZZ Top might have said something to you crazy back in the day or something like that. You know?
Amy is one of the youngest people in this room.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well,
Yeah.
you younger. You younger. But you're the only one.
Man.
But yeah, I feel it. What about you? You got any?
I mean, of course, man. I got a lot of different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So, like, one of them is I feel like it should be two sides to it, right? I feel like you said, if it is a case where somebody's coming forward and it's not true, it should be some way they have to get penalized. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because
Yeah, exactly.
it's a lot of things that, like, for we say, not gonna say no names. Let's just say, I don't know. We're gonna just make a name up, Mike, right? Let's say he's a super mega star, right? And you making these accusations on him, and now this is killing all of his stock and everything, and it can make
That's
him
what
look-
happens because
So if it's not true, they should go to jail, right?
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. Number two thing, the other side of it is, like he said, man, if it happened, I mean, it happened. You need to pay the time, pay the cost, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And like my guy did, get it out the way early, pay.
Yeah, just settle.
Just settle.
Settle fast.
But I also say this, man. There's going to come a time where drinking, smoking is going to be used as
The same way as Quaaludes and all that kind of shit. Yeah,
there's going to come a
true.
time.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's gonna come a time.
Are you trying to resolve yourself from any criminal wrongdoing?
No.
You gotta watch this guy. You gotta watch him.
You know how many people I had to drag out the club or help out the club, you know what I mean, that was on them perks and stuff like that, man. It was ridiculous, man.
Look at this.
That's ridiculous, man.
This man sells cars.
You was promoting a lot of wrongdoing back in the day, man. You know? No, I'm joking with you. I'm just messing with you. You see how we do up here, yeah. We go crazy.
Definitely.
No.
That was some crazy times, bro.
It was, man. It was party times. We was young, man. Young, partying, you know what I mean? It was the times, you know. So, you know, fun times, too. Had a lot of fun in the clubs, man. I had a lot of fun patting ladies down. It might be something that could come back at me right now.
I was just sitting here thinking.
Listen at this. You gotta edit that or something. A lot of fun patting ladies
They
down.
wanted to be patted down. You know what I mean? They might have had something on them, something dangerous on them. You know what I mean?
They did.
Yeah, had to pat down. Look, you look like you got something on you. Come here, girl.
No, they got that one thing that's the most dangerous thing on earth. It is the most dangerous thing on earth. Okay?
True. Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy. Look at that glass almost low.
Yeah.
Mineral water.
Oh, okay.
Mineral water.
Gotcha.
Mineral water?
Yeah. Vodka, mineral, whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But I was thinking, you know, all of this stuff, you know, with all of these new things coming out, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, is there something in my past where it happened to me? Where it happened to you?
Oh, I already said. You trying to get some money?
I mean, if it's there,
It's too late.
if it's there to get,
It's too late. Friday was the deadline.
I think the deadline. Yeah, it was only open for
Friday was the
a certain
deadline.
amount of time.
It was open for a year.
That's another problem
But-
with it. Yeah.
but
That's
my-
another problem
but
because
my
if you gonna
trauma
open it up,
continues.
they should have opened it up for good. Period. Not open it up just for a period of time.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
that
because
don't make any
everything
sense.
you see
Yeah.
going on right
Yeah.
now, like courts will be flooded. Won't nobody get nothing.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll
Yeah.
do it again next year. So open it up again next year. Black Friday.
Niggas trying to clean that shit up right now.
Yeah, Black
Like,
Friday.
look, girl, they making phone calls right now. Can you get in touch with Rafina? Tell her, look, I got 10 bands for her right now, not to say anything. They trying to clean that shit up now.
That's the only part that confused me about it, though, is like when it's a bag tied to it. Like, Eric, if you telling me I can get this person charged and put in prison, it's more valuable to me to have money than.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the part that only.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
But I don't mind somebody paying for it, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
If I feel like whatever you did affected my life for this many years and this amount of money will help me feel better about it and knowing that it hurt your pockets, I'm not opposed to that. You know, I'm good with that. You know?
No, of course that. What I'm saying is jail time should be tied
jail
to
time
it.
should
It
definitely be
definitely
tied
should,
to
like,
it.
automatically.
Definitely.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
like
I just think
like
the
Shane
criminal
said,
side
it's
is
kind of
hard
harder
to
to prove.
prove.
Yeah.
That shit. Like
it is.
But
It
see,
is,
how
yeah.
is that though? How can you prove something civilly but can't prove it criminally?
Because they just going to spend the money to get it over with.
Yeah, I mean,
It ain't always about the burden of proof at that point. It's just the fact that it's out there.
yeah. I was about to say,
Because
look,
let's say like with the OJ thing, or you saying that being convicted in the court of public opinion is more valuable than being convicted in the court, period, of jurisdiction. You know what I mean? So like with the OJ thing, he didn't get convicted of the murders, but he got convicted civilly, and then they took all his money because of that. You know what I mean? Do you feel that was more that which one outweighs the other?
Criminal all day.
I mean, anytime you go to jail, I feel like that's worse.
Because if a nigga free, he can get that money back.
Yeah.
Especially if he got that name and that celebrity. That's nothing. And if he not dead broke. You know what I mean? You think
I don't know, yo. But you got to think, like, even some people that have been exonerated, just because, like you said, just because it's out there. Some companies don't fool with you no more. Things like you can really dry your money up like that. Like even though Diddy paid the first, my bad.
No, you can. I mean, it's out there. Everybody already knows.
So
Yeah.
even though he paid the first joint, he still got all these other joints. I'm pretty sure Macy's already pulled his shit off the racks.
Yeah.
Like, so shit, he's going to take a hit. It just depends on how far it goes. So just putting that the accusation out there can affect your pockets and your business and your name and people wanting to work with you in the future, all that type of stuff.
These are Sean John glasses frames. I gotta throw them away now.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of them. Now I gotta throw them away and put my old glasses back on.
How dare you.
Gotta get contacts again, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. God damn, man.
You gotta get some fancy glasses.
Diddy,
You
man.
been patting women down. Sean John glasses,
Come on,
bro.
yo. I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
You are filthy.
Yeah, man. It's messed me up, man.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
messed me up. I'm gonna just scratch the name off of them. That'll work.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Just scratch off Sean. He used to be wearing Johns.
Nah, because it might be a nickname John. Could have did some wild shit too. You know what I mean?
Man, Diddy a wild boy, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
But
a wild
that's
boy.
been documented.
Oh my
There's
God.
been too many rumors and too many documents. I
Bro, I'm
don't pay
telling
attention
you.
to rumors, but everybody knows.
I believe that
Yo,
shit, bro.
when you look at the industry, everybody knows all the shit that's been going on in the industry. But it's never put out there until somebody come forward and say something. Until you get a whistleblower or something like that. Even with the Harvey Weinstein situation and then in the island and all the motherfuckers that been on that island. We had presidents that was on that island and shit like that.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
watched
mean?
the doc.
Yeah, man, this shit crazy. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot of, when money get involved,
Oh, yeah.
people when
Shit
people
get
get a
weird.
certain amount of power, they feel like they can do anything and get away with
Yeah.
anything.
Money, power, respect, boy.
Yeah.
Listen.
I can imagine. What would you? Give me something that you would have did if you was a billionaire that you would have probably regretted.
Oh man.
Yo, this line of question is crazy, bro. I'm not-
Listen, DJ Black.
Listen, DJ Black.
I know I would have been fucked up, bro. I know I'd have been fucked up. Yeah. I know I'd have been fucked up. I'd have probably had some wild ass parties, boy. I'm telling you.
You had a Diddy party?
Yeah. You can't come to this party. You gotta take your clothes off as soon as you get to the door. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah. You
Sound
know.
like a Diddy party?
Yeah. That one with 50,
we
that
got
one
him
with
in
50
4K.
Yeah, that one with 50 Cent posted that picture
Got
where
him
he
in
was.
how many Ks we got? We got him in it?
That one where 50 Cent,
long
50
as
Cent
not
posted a
three.
picture of Diddy with his pants down and shit at a party. All these niggas around and shit. He on the microphone, got his pants down and shit like that. And I'm like, come on, man, that's some wild shit.
Yo, 50 is hilarious. Yo.
Yo,
That's
Diddy,
my nigga, yo.
He applying pressure all day on him. Man, Diddy need y'all to get him hit for real. 'Cause she making
Blow his car up.
man.
Y'all purposely avoided the question.
What was the question?
Not answering
Oh no,
that
that was just an open question. That wasn't. Yeah, I don't answer that. I don't want y'all to answer that. Now the camera, Amy, turn every single camera off if they answer that shit.
Yeah.
Mark every single one of them answers. Shit, damn that.
I will say this though. I would have just had a lot of weapons. And I probably would have had some stuff that I'm not supposed to have. I would have had a tank. I would have matter of fact, what we doing now, we're trying to get to the point where we are billionaires, right?
Yeah, true. I
I'm
hope
getting
so.
a tank.
In the tank?
I'm
Tank?
gonna get a damn tank. Yep. I'm gonna have that's gonna be my thing. Just a bunch of weapons.
You know where
Bunch
you
of
gonna be at? You gonna be in prison like a motherfucker.
Nah, they ain't gonna be able to find me. I'm gonna have an underground bunker. You'll never find me.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I would do, man. Have an underground house.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely doing that.
And you know what they gonna say? Oh, it's gonna be a female gonna come up. Now we all in relationships, but besides,
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
we do. Yeah, besides, he like
you,
he
brother.
like one of those Kraft singles. He like one of those Kraft single pieces of cheese still in the plastic or something like that right now. You know? That's how single you are. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, you got bars,
So bad.
You got bars though, man.
You a craft single piece of cheese.
Still he's single.
That's how single you are. I just gotta stipulate how single you are. You know what I mean?
Bar. Nigga, get out of here with that bullshit.
He been texting me talking about, yo, we need to get on a song together. Dude, he trying to do it.
I mean, I'm telling you, I got bars, huh? Don't make me
He
spit
keeps saying
something. Don't make me. Yeah,
He keeps saying
I'm not gonna do
I
that.
hear your
K
cadence,
man.
jail bars. I don't know what kind of bars.
I
you're
hear your
talking
cadence first.
I used to have like an offbeat type of, like a real offbeat.
Oh, you a Silk the
type of-
Shocker ass.
No, I ain't.
about. Yo, why couldn't Silk rap on beat?
Man.
Man, yeah, don't ever put me in that.
Yeah, don't let him on your shit.
Yeah, hell
Don't- just let him chill out.
No. He
Just
heard
let
me
him
rap
chill
before.
out.
He heard me rap before.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest
He
with
heard
you.
me
I
rap
was
before.
surprised.
You know, I'm nice. Yeah,
I was
he heard me
surprised.
before.
That was one verse.
But it was
It was
something.
one verse.
But that was a verse back from like 1995 or something like that,
Dang.
96 or something like that. So
That's
probably the last
crazy
time I
that
wrote
you
something.
remember that from back then.
Crack
yo.
in my pocket. That's how you started.
Shit, no, I ain't never sold no drugs, man.
You never?
No,
That's what's up, bro.
no.
You was about to go into talking about y'all relationship. That's what you was
you
going.
made me lose my train of thought. Like,
Hey
what was
man,
talking about?
I'm on point. Let's keep this train moving. Man. you about to talk about your
Oh, no, I'm
relationship?
talking about Nate. Nate settled down, man. He get ready, you know. What's going on with you? You know, you settled down, you know.
Yeah,
you
man,
got a lady,
definitely.
you know. How
Yeah.
long y'all been together?
Like 10 of them.
10 of them. Oh
Like
yeah,
10
because she was in the video, right?
Dance with me?
Yeah, she was in the Dance With Me
Yeah, she was in there.
Yeah.
That shit was
Yeah.
fire.
I'm gonna have to play some shit on here too, man. I'm gonna have to play
Shit
some
was
shit.
fine.
Yeah, like how's that going? How's that going?
Wonderful, brother.
Yeah.
Wonderful, yeah.
Some nuptials in the making.
What's that?
Some you know ring.
Babies? Oh, we already got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already got that, man. We getting married October.
Congratulations. Let me go. Round of applause. I got that. Hold on. Was that the right one?
No, that's
Nah,
peace.
Oh no, no.
That sound like some porno music, bro.
What the?
I don't know, man. It's
About to catch a civil case.
we can just clap. We can just clap. We can just clap. Yeah, we can just clap for that. Yeah. We can just clap for that. Yeah, we can just clap for that. Man. Y'all having a big wedding?
Yeah.
Having a big wedding.
Oh, yeah,
Unfortunately, about to blow about 20 grand. You know?
You heard it right here.
Yeah.
Dang.
Nah, I'm telling you, man. If I can do it all, well, I don't. Hopefully, I don't have to do it all over again because I done had both sides. I done did the big wedding and then I did the, you know what I mean, just the. You know, getting eloped. I'd rather get eloped every time if I had to do it over again, man.
I agree.
That big wedding, man, is just
Agree.
shit. But you got, you know, you got it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah, I ain't got it, man. But congratulations for that, man. Congratulations for that.
I
You said
appreciate it.
October?
Yes, sir.
Why so far away? That's a long way. That's a lot of planning.
You
man.
need it.
He says a big
Y'all
wedding.
having a destination wedding or where y'all doing it at?
Nah, we doing it in Cambridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
Bro, he adding them dollar signs. Like,
Yeah,
God damn.
man. Shit, it's expensive, man. Weddings are expensive as shit, man.
Yeah, I heard.
And the church charges you a bunch of money,
back
man.
in the day, like the dad supposed to pay for it though. Or something. Man, what's going on?
Dads ain't got it, bro. Dads ain't got it no more.
My dad was like, "Look, I'll give you something towards all you and your best man suit."
the
My
father
dad-
of the bride.
Yeah, supposed to pay for everything.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying all they had to do was bring a broom. They ain't had to pay for nothing. back
Exactly.
then.
Yeah.
So it was cheap. But nah, dads ain't got it.
I mean, it's hard to say it. I mean, it's as much as I don't want to say it. You know, a lot of dads are not in. You know,
Yeah, they ain't got
people's
it.
lives. So you
No,
know,
with that too.
yeah, a lot of dads
Yeah.
not in their lives. You know what I mean? And if they are, they don't have it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I understand. Shit. I mean, when my boys get married.
Shit, yeah, you got
I'm gonna
it.
try to discourage them. Like, look, man, go to the justice. You know what I mean? Have a nice reception. You can use the yard. You know what I mean? I'll get the chairs and the tables and take care of the food and stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna try to discourage them. As you know, nah, you don't need all that big wedding shit.
I had, when I was about to get married, I had this guy give me some great advice. He said, do not spend all your money on that wedding. That wedding day, when you put all that money and stuff into it, that's for everybody else.
Yep,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
true.
Put
That's
all
true.
of
Yeah,
that money
that's
into
true.
your honeymoon,
Yeah.
or just saving,
Yeah.
you know, for the marriage. He said,
Yeah.
don't spend all that money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a show.
What second
Yeah,
of this
exactly.
gonna be on the podcast so I can show this to Tim?
We got you, bro.
This will probably
We got
air.
you.
What's today? Sunday. Today's Sunday. This will probably air like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Thank you, I appreciate
It's
that.
a show, man. It's a show.
it's a show,
for
yeah.
the people.
These
Like,
are all jokes, man. These are all jokes. Don't take none of this
ain't
shit
no
real.
damn joke.
It's a bunch of people that's gonna come for a show that don't. I mean, some
even happy
care, of
for
course,
you.
family cares, but
Right.
it's just a show, man.
You know, my first marriage, we did the whole thing. You know what I mean? Of course, anyway.
Here we go.
and that's the other side.
Yeah.
That's the other side. So, put a bunch of
and
money into it.
Her family were performers, so it was like a concert. Like, it was dope. Like, the wedding was dope. Everything was dope about it. You know what I mean? Everything was dope about the reception. Everything was dope. You know what I mean? But like, I just felt it was much better with my second go around. Me and her, we got married in front of a bunch of strangers, pretty much on the beach. It was people on the balconies clapping, people on the roof bars clapping and shit like that. And I felt that much better. You know what I mean? Because it's like, who you really, like you said, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, you just putting on a show for everybody else. And you spending a bunch of money for what? Like, you going to be in the church 15 minutes.
Basically.
You're going to be in the church 15, well, actually, you're going to be in the church an hour because women take a long time getting ready. And nothing never starts on time. You know what I mean? So I think we paid the church maybe like $1,000 to like $1,500 for like 15 minutes was to just get ready there and shit like that. I don't know the exact number how it was, but you know, it was just to me it just wasn't worth it. You know?
Yeah.
But it's all about what y'all want to do. You know what I mean?
Man, my wedding was beautiful and was cheap. We went to the park in Oxford, Maryland. We got married. The background was the water. The park was free. All we had to do was let them know the time and the date that we were coming. We didn't pay for that.
That was dope.
My photographer was Amy and my nephew.
Okay.
We had our arch. We had some friends whose kids had just gotten married, and they brought the arch. Didn't have to pay for the arch. The chairs that we had a friend. Oh, Mike. So his wife's church gave us the chairs.
Okay.
For free.
Okay.
Like we really didn't between my suit, her dress, and the wedding, we spent less than $1,500.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
And her dress, and my suit, they were nice. I mean, nice, but you just couldn't tell that we ain't spend that much money on it. I mean, it was cheap.
Yeah.
It was cheap.
Sound good to me, bro.
Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about that for a long time, buddy.
Hey, that's fine. Take my time and relax, brother.
Speaking of that,
We just gonna move right past it. We gonna keep on moving.
Speaking of that, man, you know,
Keep on rolling, brother. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep on rolling.
You don't have any no new ladies of interest or anything like that? Like, what's
Ladies
going
of
on,
interest. Nah, man, you know, I'm just out here being a dad, man.
Yeah.
You know, just being a father.
Is there another word for that
Being
you wanted to
another
use?
outstanding
Would
father.
you just
I'm
replace
sorry?
that with? Is there another word for that you wanted to use? Would you just replace that with something else?
What, being a father?
Huh?
No, just being a father, sir. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, brother.
So you got
No,
somebody
that-
calling you dad. You ain't got nobody calling you daddy.
You know, no daddy. My children are older. They took the Y off.
Okay.
You know, just dad. You know, just
Got you.
dad.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, yo.
Hey man, you gonna be single forever, man. What's going on, man?
Hey man, listen. I need y'all to relax. I need y'all to slow down. This ain't about me.
That's when the
Okay.
new album gonna come out when there's a new lady involved. You know what I mean? That's when you're gonna see something come out. Yeah.
Oh man. So I thought we had things written down to talk about.
No. We don't have no subjects here. We just go with
There
the flow.
was no pre-production.
Yeah.
No
We just, there you go. There you go. Yeah. No, we just go with the flow.
Right. Nah, man, I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Having
around.
fun.
Having fun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, being a dad.
Yeah.
Being a dad.
Like he said, being somebody's daddy.
Being a father. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing, man.
Is there anyone accompanying you to the game today or to the bar today where you want to watch the game?
Well, there'll be a plethora of people there.
I mean, are you meeting somebody there? Like, is there somebody that you called and said, I want to be at this particular place? If you want to meet up and you know pull up and we sit at the bar or
Yeah,
something
so
like
it's a
that?
group of us. We all get together and watch the game. We all, you know what I mean? Yeah, we do that.
Are there any females in that group?
Yeah, of course.
Any female
course,
interest
of
in that
course.
group? That
Interest?
yeah.
Interested in the game. Like we share an interest in the team.
Well, you can tell. You talking about I got bars. And let's see how he dance around.
Hey man, listen. I'm just being a father,
He's
brother.
settling like Diddy, boy.
Oh, see, slow down, slow down, bro.
Nah, man. You know, man. It's all fun and jokes, man. These are all jokes, man. Don't take nothing we say here seriously, man. We just giving our opinion on shit, man. It's just our opinion, man. It's all fun, man.
Nobody asked for the
It's all
opinion. Nobody asked for it. You know what I'm saying?
So how y'all feel? You know what I mean? Nase, how you feel about the state of Groove right now? Like, what's up with Groove City, man?
That is Cambridge, Maryland. For those of you all who don't know,
They know what Groove is.
no, they all don't know what groove is.
The three people that listen to this podcast are probably from Groove, so they know what Groove
I
is.
forgot. No, we up to four. We up to four now. But that four,
You see, that's funny.
four
That's
isn't
funny. I see
from
what y'all
the
trying to
area,
do.
so-
You know.
I see what y'all trying to
It's
do.
dry humor, man. It's dry humor. Dry turkey humor.
Dry turkey.
Yeah, dry turkey humor. Yeah. How you feel about Groove right now, man? Like,
Man, we need a lot of help and guidance right now, man.
it's a lot of people doing some things in the community that I see. You know what I mean? You know, how do you feel about like
What part of Groove we talking about? Are we talking about what's going on? And
Greenwood? I'm talking about Greenwood area. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I mean,
Your
yeah.
area.
Yeah, you said my area.
Your area, yeah. You grew up
Growing up,
around
yeah,
the
definitely.
drive, Greenwood. All
I
around
mean,
there.
times have changed a lot, bro. Like you know, back in our our days, both our days. You get me what I'm saying?
True.
So
Yeah.
it was more like, you know, if it was an issue, you know, you fight.
Mm-hmm.
You might shake each other's hands and whatever after the fight, man. These days it's going to a whole nother level with it, man. You ain't even getting to that.
Scared to fight.
Yeah, you ain't even getting to that.
Niggas scared to take an L.
Yeah.
Niggas scared to take an L, man. It's sad, man.
I blame the rap music, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. I blame rap music, man. Once they started smoking ops and, you know, this era just...
And they getting on the track and talking about it.
Yeah. Once that started, man, you gotta think, who we listened to grew up. Like, music is hypnotizing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might listen to, you know, some love music. You might go and go home and make love to your girl. You know what I mean?
True.
They hearing murder music and they went go load the car.
But it was murder music out when we was out, but we
like
would still
what,
fight.
though? Like what?
There was a lot of shit out, man. And the NWAs, the Cubes, the you know, I mean, and they were more considered conscious, edgy, conscious rap. You know what I mean, to a certain extent. But it was all gangster music. It was the deal. I mean, it was a lot of gangster music.
I'm about to say, like,
OC,
so this is
it
good.
was a lot of gangster music out back then. You know what I mean?
This is good for banter podcast wise. So that's good. You blame rap music like how it is now, smoking on ops and all that stuff. A lot of, I guess, our era, whatever, we like to say, man, when, you know what I mean, music coming up, we had this, we had, but I mean, that's bullshit though. We had some conscious mixed in there, but a lot of our shit was talking shit.
Yeah,
a lot of our shit was, you know what I mean, when I see you and what I'll do to you and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that's always been there. But I don't know. I don't know if I can just put it all. I know you're not saying put it all on rap. I don't even know if I
know what you mean, the influence of rap. And the influence
but
of certain joints.
is rap? Is that the influence like that, or is it just the circumstances and the environment and what is going on in the individual's household? I think that's more to me. I feel like whatever's going on in your household and your upbringing is the biggest influence. You can listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to, but if you got the values from your crib, parents, or whatever adult that's guiding you, I think that's the biggest influence that you'll ever have and can overcome anything that you got on your fucking headset. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
I think the biggest indicator is like we respected the dead, right?
Yeah.
So we respected the dead. Like, we never talked about the dead.
Right. Yeah.
Now
It ain't. That's different.
Yeah, they kill your mom.
Yeah,
they kill your mom. They gonna be laughing at her, putting her on T-shirts. They gonna be putting her in hashtags. Your mom did. Like,
that's the other thing. We respected women and children too.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to get to.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was getting ready to get to. The rules changed.
Yeah.
Before
So
it
the
was
climate itself
before it was
was
no
different.
women, no kids. You know what I mean? Anything like that. Now a nigga would just get out and shoot.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Like long as I hit you, long as you in the target range, I don't care who else is out there. I'm gonna shoot everything out there. I'm gonna pull up on site, as they say.
Yeah.
On site. You know what I mean? Before we pull up, it might be 20 dudes and you might get jumped or something like that.
So let me ask you this. I'm sorry. Let me ask you this. So, because what I try to do is if I see that there's an opening for me to say a word to a young person or a kid or a young man that I may have his ear just a little bit, I'll try to like say certain things and be consistent in that. Somebody saying something to him, like to try to get him off of that.
Yeah.
How do y'all go about doing that? How can you tell that I can reach this one at least, or what signs do you see? Because a lot of them like.
They don't want to hear that shit.
You can just see you can't even.
They don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah. So how do y'all pick out the ones like, all right, I can say something to this one, or if I pull him to him, if I get him to himself, we can have that type of conversation, and maybe over time I'll change his train of thought.
The mentality is now is that you're not my dad, so you can't tell me nothing. And then the mentality is, okay, we beefing. Yeah. The mentality now is that we beefing, so. I gotta be on ready, and I gotta get him before he get me because we beefing. I don't know how that person is thinking. If it's already on site, because it's so dangerous out here now that everybody believes that once you beefing, it's always a possibility of that somebody's going to get you before you get them. And I think that's where the mentality is.
And I can't
if you can
argue
penetrate
with
that mentality,
I understand
that's
that.
the thing. And it's so hard to penetrate that mentality because I'm pretty sure I've been in situations where I had that mentality before. And you know what I mean? And it came to shots being fired and stuff like that and everything like that. And you know, fortunately nobody was, got buried or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But I know how that mentality is. Now it's just tenfold now. Now everybody has that mentality, you know what I mean? As opposed to just one or two people out the crew. You know what I mean? It's hard to penetrate that, man. It comes to mentality. You know, and like you said, the music is really influencing that a lot. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, I'm not fighting them. I'm not fighting now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lay you down now. You know what I mean? It's me against him. You know what I mean? It's the ops, like you said. You know what I mean? So it's the mentality, and I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to talk to a 15 or because they're young now. 14, 15, 12, 13. You know what I mean? Especially in groove. We never heard, man, when I first moved, I came from DC, where even in DC, we wasn't hearing about 12 and 13-year-olds getting shot and killed like that. It was more the older guys, the 22, 23-year-olds. It was a lot of murder, but you wasn't hearing about it as young. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go to middle school and worry about somebody toting a gun in junior high school or anything like that. Guns was always around, but I didn't have to worry about that at that time. Now in groove, you got to worry about 12, 13-year-olds walking around with guns and shit like that.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's a different mentality. It's a different type of maturity level with the power to take someone's life now. You know what I mean? So that's where it's at. You know?
So I'll give this example. So there's a kid on my son's football team. I'd say maybe 2 years ago, he was not playing football, not really in school, just kind of outside and getting into a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? His circumstances I understood, but what I did was when he did play football, I got footage of all the kids when they play football. So I would shoot him a message like, "We need you next year." I kept doing that for a year and a half. I kept doing, "Hey, we need you back, man." Like I kept doing that until I don't know, something happened where he moved and got back into the area and he started playing football again. So I just tried to keep him close. Like anytime I'm talking to my son, I'd make sure he's there so he can hear it too. And just kept going and kept going. Now this same kid has over 15 offers from D1 schools.
Oh, that's dope. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think what we have to do just as black fathers and black men, like if you see one that you can get him. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the only, I mean, it'll seem like it's a small chip, but it does help though. You know what I'm saying? Because he could easily be one of the ones out there too.
But that's another one of the biggest issues because it's a lot of us niggas out here not doing what we should be doing for our own kids, let alone for somebody else's kids. You know what I mean?
Well,
and I think that's the biggest thing.
Them.
Yeah, but I think that's the biggest thing. It's a lot of us in the households. It's a lot of us in the neighborhoods. And a lot of us are scared to go back because we don't like the reaction that we're getting from the kids either. You know
I understand. I get that too.
Yeah.
Now, if you get pushed back, like, I mean, all right, young boy, it kind of is what it is. I'm just saying, at least the effort can be there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You're
In some
right.
sort of capacity.
And that's what, to answer your question, you said, how can you tell which one to try to reach?
Right.
I say try to reach them all. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But you may misread something. You may think this kid isn't going to listen. But this kid could just be in a place of his life where he's just waiting for that one person to say
Someone
that
to
one
give a
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it could just change everything for him, you know.
And I think my answer to it is like, I kind of like see who gravitates to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the ones that don't want it, it's hard to reach. Like, man, in this era, like I'll be somewhere like at a playground or something, and I see like 10-year-old kids, girls, they cussing like sailors, bro. And back when we was young, that never happened.
We respect it. Yeah, exactly.
And I think the village is broken now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard. Like back then, you know, the neighbor will tell you, you know what I mean, go tell your mom. Your neighbor might spank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, it's, the respect level is gone. So you just got to find out the ones that gravitates to me. I'll, you know, be in the area and trying to talk to them. But if I can see that I don't have that respect from them, I kind of like shy off away. Like it could.
Man,
Sometimes you got to meet them where they are. You know, like if you see they may be listening to some music that you don't really care for, but if you come in and you start trying to listen to that music, then you can rap along with those lyrics with them. Yes, that would hurt. That would hurt if I had to do that.
Crazy.
Fuck my baby dad. Fuck my baby dad.
That's
No, I guess. No, I can't. That's not going to get it. But anyway, go ahead.
But I'm just using that as an example, just the music. But whatever the interest is, you know, sometimes you may just have to try to make a connection. You know, just meet them where they are. And then they like, oh, you know what? You kind of cool, old head. All right, cool. You gonna stop calling me old head? But listen, you know, you know. So sometimes that, you know, that'll do it. You know.
So what I mean by that, like, boom, like I don't like try to pick over them because I think that I might mislead somebody when I said that. I don't try to like pick over them, but like for example, like I went back to my school to do the pet rally, right? So when I went back to do the pet rally, it was like a cool experience, and I got a chance to meet a lot of kids and see how they act and how they like. Some of them might already think they're going this direction because this is where they got to go. Like he says, and start with the household at times.
Right, right, yeah.
And you can tell those type of kids where if they don't have that respect for their parents or their mom, it's gonna be hard for them to respect you unless they
That's true.
Yeah.
see something in you that they can, you know what I mean, they can see in themselves.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah.
Man, I just seen a video the other day, came across my timeline where I guess I don't know if it was a birthday party or something like that. 2 little kids, they had to be like maybe 5 or 6, 7 years old. Guns, holding guns,
yeah, I saw
doing
that.
the
Yeah.
rapping.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
2
see
big
that.
stupid ass niggas right behind them, you know what I mean, cheering them on. I'm like, man, look
did
at
see
this.
that.
This shit is disgusting, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we got. That's what you got to fight against.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The very people that you want to be influencing the kids to put the guns down and got to work things out when there's beefs and stuff like that is encouraging this shit. You know what I mean? Because when it all come down to it, how's a 12-year-old getting a gun if it ain't an adult giving it to him?
Right.
You know what I mean? How they getting it in their hands? They can't go to the store and buy it. They may even go somewhere and steal it or something like that. But it's so many of them flooded and throughout the neighborhoods now. Where are they getting it from? It's these older niggas that's influencing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And speaking on the big homies, not the big homies no more. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Right. They're not.
Yeah.
They are,
not-
but they're not the right one. You know what I mean? They not giving the influence that they should be.
And that's going to be the problem when the ones that have that type of mentality become the big homies.
Yeah.
And now the little homies are looking at this nonsense as what is supposed to be
and then
standard
if I get off my bus, you know, I get off my bus in school, and as soon as I get off my bus, I see a bunch of older grown ass men sitting around, drinking beers, hustling. You know what I mean? Talking about certain things. How's that going to influence me to want? I'm going to want to do that.
Right.
That's the influence that I'm going to want to see. If I'm, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because that's where I'm thinking that life is. That's what I'm looking at is life. You know what I mean? If that's all I see. You know, so it's discouraging, man.
It is, man. I remember when I was just being in DC, 640. So I come around and I ain't lived. So 640 is one of the most notorious neighborhoods in DC. At one point, it's not what it was, but when I was going around there, I didn't live there. I just hung out there. I would get off of work. I was working at a bank, and I would get off work. I'm dressed up, my shirt and tie, slacks, and I'd go around there just to hang out, right? And my cousin used to say to me, I'm glad that you come around here dressed like that because these kids need to look up to somebody other than me and other than some of the other, big homies that's around here. They need to have this type of influence, because the kids back then, they were starting young.
I would have told him, why don't you have that same type of influence?
Well, he had a different story. I remember we were, one time we were riding and he pointed to this corner and said, I remember being homeless at 12 years old. I was just sitting right there. And I was just asking him what happened. So my uncle and his mother both strung out on drugs, uncle in and out of jail. And he said, I had to be the man at the house at 12, so I had to drop out of, high school. out of elementary. He said, but I can't get no job. What can I do?
That's crazy.
other
Having to
than
drop
sell
out of
drugs?
elementary school.
Yeah,
that's wild.
So he's selling drugs. He's carrying guns, selling drugs at 12 years old, doing what he got to do to survive because now he's the man of the house. So he's in and out of jail throughout that time. So now he has this record a mile long before he's even 21. So now he's trying to get a job. He hated it. I remember my cousin would come home from jail. I go pick him up. We riding around, we putting in applications for him to, try to get a job. He either would not get the callbacks or he would, they would call him in. He would get there. They say, oh, you a felon. Nah.
No
And
pun
he
intended.
Right, yeah. But he wouldn't get the job. It was a cycle. He was just in and out.
Yeah, I get
and
that.
every time he tried to do the right thing, there was always something. There was always something, man. And so he was trying. And I remember him telling me, he said, cuz I hate every minute of this shit. He said, I hate it. I hate being out here.
Man.
Yeah,
it's a sad story, man. It's a sad story. It's a sad cycle for real. You know what I mean? I know how it is, you know what I mean? I went to prison, you know what I mean, for a number of years, and I came home and it was a struggle trying to find employment and trying to get back on my feet, you know what I mean? And a lot of people fall into the pressure of trying to wanting to keep back up with the Joneses, you know what I mean? When you come home, everybody got the rims, everybody got the shoes, everybody got the clothes, and you don't have nothing, and, you know, and you at that age now where your parents can't take care of you no more.
Right.
So you got to try to keep up with that. It's a lot of pressure, you know what I mean? So I was fortunate, you know what I mean? But I know a lot of people doesn't have that same fortune, you know what I mean, that I had. So, you know, prayers to everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think if you do a lot of time in jail, they should expunge it, the charge?
Depends on what it
Like
is.
you pay for the crime,
Yeah,
right?
depends on what it is, because I tried to, you know, when you got a felony, like in Maryland, you can't, federally wise, you can't get a felony expunged. I tried, you know.
No, I know you can't. I'm saying
They
you
should.
think it should
I think
be
if you
that.
I think if you did your crime,
It should be.
It should be. You know, once you paid your penalty and everything like that, I think your state should be
Should
wiped
drop
clean.
off like
yeah,
credit.
it should be wiped clean.
Yeah,
You know what I
jail's
mean?
supposed to be rehabilitation.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, no,
It's
I know.
not. Jail is just somewhere.
Right.
We just gonna keep y'all.
It's punishment.
Yeah, it's just somewhere we're gonna keep you here
Yeah.
until you feel like
Yeah.
you are able to get back into society. You know what I mean?
I think it should be expunged, but I also think it depends, and it's just a personal thing for me. I think if you're a child molester or rapist, that
That
shit
should
should
stay.
never go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Should never
But
go
see,
away.
that plays into it, and I understand definitely what you're saying, but that
Mm-hmm.
plays into anything, because if you assaulted or beat somebody up, and say you didn't sexually assault them, but you still whipped their ass or something like that, you know, what makes the difference between the two?
Well, one, I believe.
I mean,
is
I
some
understand.
mental-
I'm not saying it's
you know
not a
what I mean?
difference, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, why would you have to, you know, the people going to argue, why differentiate between what I did to what they did if we both committed a crime? You understand what I'm saying?
That's a vast difference between those
Yeah.
crimes.
Yeah.
It's like the people that sell drugs and the people that use drugs. I feel like people that, if you use drugs, you shouldn't be getting locked up. If you,
Right.
if
I don't
you-
think
if
so
you
either.
use
Yeah, you
I
need
do
help.
not think
Yeah,
exactly.
you need help. That's a
Exactly,
mental
yeah.
thing, but you know, who am I? I don't make the laws. The laws are made to keep people locked up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
If don't nobody get locked up, then the judges and the lawyers and stuff don't have no job.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
they're gonna be fighting these civil cases, these nasty cases.
Yeah.
We got another one going down.
You got something in the microwave?
No. Anyway, man, we can wrap up. We can wrap up, man. Anything y'all got coming up? What's going on? What y'all got coming up?
Same old. Same old, just selling cars.
How many people you got waiting outside right now ready to get a Honda Sonata?
Yeah, shit.
You know?
Plug it, man. Tell them where to go. Tell them where to
Yeah, give
go.
him a plug, man. Give him a plug.
That's the second
Yeah,
time
give him
you
a plug.
said Honda Sonata.
I'm just, yeah.
It's Hyundai.
Honda,
That's right.
whatever, whatever.
And then he got it's more
I
shit
had
out
one
there than
before.
Hyundai.
Yeah,
I had
plenty
one before.
things, man.
He had a couple cars that I hit him up for, you know what I mean, and you know I didn't get a response back. So.
He capping, man.
Now, he responded back to me a couple times, but you know, we never followed through. We never followed through, you know what I mean? He had one Charger one time I wanted to get bad, man, you know what I mean? But you know, my credit is ass right now.
Oh,
so,
man.
Credit's
my
no
ass.
problem with the magic, man. You gotta relax, bro.
Yeah, magic. I want him to work some magic.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
I got
the
you.
money is there, you know what I mean? But my credit is ass, so you know. Yeah.
That's good.
My wife is gonna be looking for a car soon, so
My man.
we gonna come see you.
Appreciate
man.
that. Appreciate that.
Go ahead,
Definitely.
plug the job, player. Go ahead, plug the job. Tell me where we
Yeah,
can find you, man.
Come see me at 4313 Preston Road, Herlock, Maryland.
Man.
You know what I mean? 21643.
Yeah.
That's the address.
Yeah.
And the Ford building. Phone number 410-330-0969. That's it.
Look for where you see all the magic happening at. You know, what I mean? If you see
the magic show.
If you see a bunch of balloons and shit flying out of that, joint, you know what I mean? Look for where you see the line at. Wherever you see the line at, that's where his office is. You know what I mean?
Nah, this was a dope experience though,
Yeah,
man. Definitely. This was
Yeah,
dope, man.
We've been trying to get you through for a couple months. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Listen to him.
glad you can make it.
Appreciate you.
We've been trying to get Shane back here for a few months too, man.
Yeah, man,
He's been
listen,
moving all over the
you
place.
can find me at a bar soon, watching football.
What a
at
group of
Laurel,
people.
Group of people, a plethora of people,
plethora
women
of
included.
people. Yes.
In Laurel, Maryland. I'll be at the Hideout. Or you may be able to catch me at Docks in Easton sometime. Yeah, but I'll be at the Hideout. Man.
Okay.
Sometimes I frequent JB's at Atlantic Restaurant.
And if you think he's a
Oh, you know what, man? We need to talk because that's I
I'm
like the
outside.
hideout. Yeah,
I'm
for any,
outside.
for any
Okay.
ladies that think he's a handsome gentleman and you would like
See,
to have
this
some
is-
courtship,
this is where
you know
the
what I mean?
cameras-
And you would
cut
like
the
to have some
cameras.
courtship, you know what I mean?
This is done.
Zoom in. ISO on them, you know what I mean?
This is done. This
You
is
know,
over.
you
This
doing
was
a lot of
nice.
things.
This was nice. Thank y'all for having me
Don't
back.
judge him. Don't judge him because of his team or anything like
in
that.
post production, we can have his phone number just
Oh
flash.
yeah. I
right
got
at the
it.
bottom.
I got it. Feel free to call him on Facebook or Instagram. You know what I mean? Hit him up. Jump in his DMs. You know his DMs are always open.
All right. Are we done? Are we good here?
All right, man. Signing off, man. Appreciate everybody to come through, man. You know what I mean? Thank you for watching, man. You know what I mean? Tune into the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff that they tell you to tell them people to do on YouTube, man. And we out.
Peace.
All right. Dope show, man. Dope show.
All right, brother.